All right, in this presentation, we're going to take a look at Screencast-O-Matic. We're going to learn how to do a screen recording and how to use your webcam recording as well. What we'll do is we'll kind of cover four basic tasks here. Number one is we'll learn how to log in and install the Screencast-O-Matic program to your computer. Second, to make it easier to record, I'll show you how to pin it to the taskbar so it's always available for you. 3, we'll learn how to record and edit with Screencast-O-Matic. And then 4, we'll learn how to take that finished video and save it either to your Google Drive or how to upload it to YouTube. So the first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to ScreencastOMatic.com. And on that particular website, what we'll do is we will go to the upper right-hand corner. We'll click Sign Up. It's free. Even if you already have an account, go ahead and click that on that button, because you're either creating a new account or you're logging in with Google. Either way, you're going to click this Google button to sign in with Google. And being I already have a Screencast-O-Matic account, it just takes me right to my videos. If you're new to this, what you'll do is in the upper right-hand corner, we're going to have to install the program to your computer. So you're going to click on the one that looks like a video camera. You'll click that and it'll say recorder launched. Now, if it's your first time using this, it'll ask you to download it, and there'll be a little link down there to download the program. After the program downloads, just like all other downloads, in the lower left-hand corner, you're going to have that little download box. And if you click that, that will then install your Screencast-O-Matic program. Once the program is installed, it'll probably open up the launch recorder like this. This example, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. Right now, you can see the icon in the bottom taskbar here. Well, I'm going to click Cancel, and that's going to close my recorder. And that's really the last time that I need to go to ScreencastOMatic.com for most instances. So I'm just going to close this tab. I'm going to show you what it's done is that it's installed the program to your computer. So if I go down to the lower left-hand corner, click on the Start Windows button. On that list, I'm going to go down to my S's for Screencast-O-Matic. And you're either going to have the program listed here as Screencast-O-Matic, or you're going to have a folder. Either way, you're just going to list on or click on Screencast-O-Matic. Again, you may have to open up the folder to get to that program. But once you open that program up, you're going to have a window similar to this. Notice on my taskbar, it now has the Screencast-O-Matic icon listed down here. Well, I want this here all the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on that icon, and I'm going to choose Pin to Taskbar. When I do that, that's going to keep this icon or shortcut here available for me at all times. So even when I close the program, that icon is still waiting at the bottom for me. So anytime I get to a place where, oh, I need to make a screen recording of this, I can simply click on that icon and then click the record button to open up my Screencast-O-Matic recorder. Now, when I record, I have 3 basic options. Number 1, I can either record just the full screen, I can record the webcam, or I can choose both. Now, in this case, my webcam is already being used by Google Meet, so it's not showing up for me here. But in the lower right-hand corner, I could click this pull-down arrow next to webcam, and I would just want to make sure that my integrated camera was selected. And then when I'm recording, I can either leave this in the lower right-hand corner, or I can click and drag it around if I need to get it out of the way of something else that I'm trying to demonstrate. I can also click the large button, which would make it large and in the center. And again, that's not going to work right now because my camera is in use. Next, when I'm ready to begin recording, I'm just going to click the record button, and I'll get a 3-second countdown here. And now that it's recording, my timer you're going to see in the lower left corner is starting to count the number of seconds that I'm recording. And as I go down here, I can continue recording this page. Again, we're using the free version, so it's going to allow up to 15 minutes of recording for each one of your different videos. Now, let's say that I get about 5 minutes into my recording and I really mess up. Well, I don't want to have to start all the way over at the beginning. So what's nice about Screencast-O-Matic is that you can start recording again, and you can basically edit in the middle of your recording. So again, let's say I'm 5 minutes in and I click pause because I just messed up. Well, what I can do is I can back up to that particular spot. So you can see my blue bar shows how far into the recording I am. and the time tells me how far I'm into it. If I click play, it's going to give me a preview of what I've recorded so far. So let's say right here, let's pretend like this was 5 minutes in. Everything was fine at that point, but then I messed up after that. Well, I found that point where everything looks good, and I'm just going to now pick up where I left off with my recording. You'll see that my record button now looks a little different. It says continue recording at the seeked position. And when I click that, it'll say truncating recording and continue at current position, yes or no. Yes, I want to truncate my video. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to say yes. It's going to count down again. And now what I'm doing is I'm just recording from that spot that I messed up, and my students will never know the difference. Once I get done here, I can click pause. And now I've got a choice here. What I want you to notice is that on my play bar right here, my preview bar, I've got a little red dotted line that shows where I truncated my video. So that's where it shows that everything was fine up until that point. And then I started re-recording after that. If all of that was good and I'm happy with it, I can click done and start editing. Or if I decide, you know what, I'm going to start all over from scratch, I could trash it and start all over. But in this case, I'm going to click done. Now I have three options. I can either save and upload the video. I can do a quick share, which is going to then save it to Screencast-O-Matic and just give me a link. Or I can edit the video. Again, with the free version, there's not a lot of editing you can do, but you can trim the beginning of your video and the end of your video. So right here, you can see that it took me a couple seconds before I started talking. So I'm just going to move that so it's a little bit closer to my talking. And then let's say over here at the end, I didn't want that last part, so I'm just going to trim right to that point. Again, I could click play and preview all of that. I can add background music. I can add closed captioning if I would like. And then this tells me how long my video is. At this point, I have three options. I can either save the video as a file. What this is going to do is it's going to upload it to your Google Drive. Next option you have is to upload to Screencast-O-Matic. Most teachers do not use that. The third option is to upload it to YouTube. Now, some teachers like to keep all of their video files on YouTube, all of their videos in one channel, and that's great. Maybe sometimes a teacher would like to embed a video into a Google form. With Google Forms, your videos have to be YouTube videos. You can't embed a Google Drive video. So in that case, that might be one reason why you would choose YouTube. Most teachers, though, most of the time, they're going to choose save as video file. They're going to save it to their Google Drive file stream. So let's show that as an example. I'm going to click Save as Video File. Under File Name, I'm going to choose the recording, and I'll just call this Sample Video. And then that's going to go to the My Drive folder. And again, the way I got to that was just by clicking on Folder, clicking Browse, and then I went to this PC. That's my personal computer. And then you're going to see the drive listed, which is Google Drive file stream, or we might refer to it as G Drive. And if you double click on that, you'll see your My Drive folder. I'll just double click the My Drive, and I'm just going to save it to My Drive. I'll click OK. And then next, I can choose what type of quality I want. You can either leave it as normal quality. I always like to choose higher quality. It does give you a larger file size, but it gives you the best quality for your students to view. And then I'm going to click Publish. It's going to take that video and it's going to upload it to your Google Drive. Once it's in Google Drive will process it and make it ready so that students can view it online. And again, the longer you record, the longer it's going to take for that upload process to happen. But you can just simply click OK or continue in the background and minimize this and continue on with your work while that's all happening in the background. You don't have to sit and watch that bar complete to the end. Well, once it's all done, you're actually then done with the program. So you want to make sure it says published, and then the name of your file. I'm just going to close that. And you'll notice even though I close Screencast-O-Matic, my icon is still down here. And if I click it, it's just going to open up. It's going to make it ready for me to record again afterwards. All right, But what I want to demonstrate here is that being I upload it to my drive, I can just go to my Google Drive, click on my drive, and I should see down here, yep, right there, there's my sample video. If I double click on that, my video will open and begin playing. So if I need to share this with my students, like maybe either putting it inside a Google Slides presentation, or maybe just adding the link to Google Classroom, all I need to do is just get the link for it by right-clicking on that video file, choose Get Link, and you can see right now it's set to restricted, but I can click that pull-down arrow and choose anyone with the link. It says anyone with the link can view. I'll copy that link, and now I'm ready to paste it inside Google Classroom or onto a worksheet or onto maybe a Google Slides presentation. Wherever I need that video, it's saved. And the reason why a lot of teachers prefer this method is because now that this is a video file, they can right-click on this and they can say move to, and they can move it to whatever folder they would like to have it. So maybe I've got my Google Slide presentation, I've got a worksheet that goes along with that presentation, and then I want students to watch that video. I probably have that all organized inside of a folder. So now I can place that video inside that same folder. So when I need to get to it next year, it's all in the same location. Instead of me trying to have to file or find and search through all of my YouTube videos, makes it a lot easier for me to find that when it's listed with my lesson plans. All right, so again, in this presentation, what we did is we took a look at Screencast-O-Matic. We logged into the website and we installed the program. After the program was installed, we really don't have to go back to the website anymore because we pinned that program to our taskbar. Once it's on our taskbar, we can easily get to that program anytime we want. After that, we learned how to record and edit. And then lastly, how to save it to either our Google Drive or upload it to YouTube. If you have any questions about using Screencast-O-Matic, feel free to email me or give me a call.